Today we are going to start with lesson 6 on the face of it, written by Susan Hill of the supplementary reader. Now, this is a play featuring an old man and a small boy meeting in the farmer's garden, and the old man strikes up a friendship with the boy, who is very withdrawn and defiant. Defiant means bold. Now, what is the bond that writes the two? Now, how is the bond between both of them? Is it a strong bond between both of them? Let us read the story and I'll just give you the brief story about it. On the face of it, written by Susan Hill. Now, in the play, there are three characters, that is, Mr. Lamb, Daddy, and his mother. Mr. Lamb was an ex soldier who lost his leg and lives all alone in a house that has a garden. And Daddy was a 14 years old boy who had an acid burnt face. His face was burnt accidentally by the acid, and he found the place empty and decided to walk into the garden where long grass had grown. And he was surprised when he heard Mr. Lamb's voice telling him to mind the apples. He introduced himself to Daddy, who confessed that he had entered because he thought no one was there. And Daddy said that he thought the house was empty, and Mr. Lamb said that it was as he was in the garden. He said that it was a beautiful day to be outdoors. He also said that he didn't mind people coming into his garden, and he kept the gate always open. Daddy told him that people were afraid of his burnt, ugly face. Now, Mr. Lamb changed the topic and said that he would get the ladder and a stick to pull down the crab apples and make jelly. It was September and the apples were orange and golden, just ripe to be picked and made into jelly. Daddy wanted to know why he changed the subject. He then told Mr. Lamb that he didn't like being with people. Mr. Lamb asked him if his face was burned in a fire, and Daddy told him that he had got acid all down that side of his face and it ate up his face. Daddy wanted to know if Mr. Lamb was not interested in knowing more about his face. Mr. Lamb said that he was interested in everything and everyone who came to his garden. He asked Daddy to tell him what he saw beside the far wall in his garden. Daddy said he saw weeds. You know what are weeds? Weeds are the unwanted plants. He saw weeds. Mr. Lamb said that he had a weed garden according to some people, but he informed the boy that there were fruits and flowers also. He thought even weeds meant that was life in his garden. When Daddy said that they were different, he told Daddy that if he had a burned face, he had a tin leg, so there was no difference between both of them. Means both of them had one or other disability. Daddy asked him how he had got a tin leg. So Mr. Lamb said that his real leg was blown off years back, and the kids teased him and called him Lamb, Lamb. And so, however, he didn't mind it, nor did it trouble him. Daddy said that he could put on the trousers and hide his tin leg, but he couldn't hide his burnt face. Mr. Lamb told him that people get tired of staring, as there are plenty of other things to stare at, like crab apples, weeds, or a spider climbing up a silken ladder, or the tall sunflowers. He further explained that everything was relative, like Beauty and the Beast. Daddy said he knew about the story. He said that it was a fact that even if a beautiful girl kissed him, he wouldn't change and no one would kiss him. Only his mother kissed him on the other side of his face, and no one let him kiss them. Daddy asked him if his leg hurt him. Mr. Lamb said that it hurt him when he was wounded, but it didn't after the tin was fitted, except when there was a wet weather. So till there was any wet weather, he didn't have any problem with his leg. First, he was walking with a lame leg, but now after that, as the children were teasing him, he got a tin leg fitted over there, and that tin leg was not having any created any problem. Only during the wet weather it created a problem for him. Derry said that once a woman went by him in the street at a bus stop, and she was with another woman. She told the other lady that Derry was a terrible thing and his face was only a mother could love. Mr. Lamb told Derry to keep his ears shut to what people henceforth said about him. So it was better not to listen to the other people what they said about them. Derry told Mr. Lamb that he was a peculiar. Mr. Lamb told him a story about a man who was afraid to die. He feared each and everything and locked himself in a room. Unfortunately, a picture fell off on him and he died. Derry laughed at the story. Derry asked Mr. Lamb what he did all day. He said that he sat in the sun and read books. His house was full of books and other things. But he was not fond of curtains and shutting things out. He liked light, so he kept the windows open to hear the wind. When Derry said that he liked the rain, Mr. Lamb commented that he was not a lost person as he listened. Derry sadly said that his family members spoke about him when he was not there. They were upset about what he would do when they were gone and how he would live in the world with a burned face. So Derry was always sad because he thought that if his family members were no more with him, then how would he face the world with this burned face? Mr. Lamb told Derry that he had 2 arms, legs, eyes, and ears. He had a tongue and a brain. With all those, he would get on the way he wanted, like all the rest, and maybe even better. Derry asked Mr. Lamb if he had any friends. Mr. Lamb said that he had hundreds of friends. People came to this garden, everybody knew him. His gate was always open. The people came and sat there in front of the fire in winter. Kids came for the apples, pears, and toffees with honey. Derry said that he was not a friend. However, Mr. Lamb insisted that he was a friend as far as he was concerned. Derry said he didn't know him. Mr. Lamb asked Derry his name. He said it was Derek, but if he was Mr. Lamb's friend, he would call him Derry. His real name was Derek, but Mr. Lamb could call him Derry as he was Mr. Lamb's friend. However, Mr. Lamb didn't have to be his friend as he chose his own friends. He also told Mr. Lamb that it was possible that he might never come there again, so he wouldn't be able to call him a friend then. Derry explained that one would speak sometimes to people on the street, but they could never be called friends. Means any people whom we talk, they cannot become our friends. Mr. Lamb went on to say that they weren't enemies either. People were never just nothing. He explained to Derry that hatred was more harmful than acid. It could burn up the entire person. If you have acid on your face, that means it burns only a part of your face. But hatred is a feeling that would burn the person entirely. Mr. Lamb told Derry that everything was different if one was watching, listening, and thinking. Derry said that he liked Mr. Lamb's house and garden. Mr. Lamb said that his gate was always open. Derry said that it was not his house. Mr. Lamb said that everything was his if he wanted it. Derry asked him if he could come to his house even if he was not there. Mr. Lamb said he could, but he would find some other people there and he would have to take the risk and see if people ran away when they saw him or not. Mr. Lamb said that when he went down the street, the kids shouted, "Lammy, lamb," but they still came into his garden and house. He said he was not afraid of them and they were not afraid of him. Derry asked him if he had got his leg blown off in the war. Mr. Lamb confirmed, so Derry asked him how he would climb on a ladder and get the crab apples down because he was having the tin leg. So it was a little difficult for him to climb the ladder and get the crab apples from the tree. Mr. Lamb said that he had learned to climb the ladder steadily, but there was a chance that he could fall. Derry asked if he could help him, and Mr. Lamb said that he could if he liked. However, Derry needed to inform his mother where he was. He had to go 3 miles home across the fields. He was worried that if he went home, they might not let him come back. Mr. Lamb told him that he should do what he liked, but Daddy said that he didn't know what he wanted. All he wanted was something that was just like Mr. Lamb's garden. He just wanted to be in Mr. Lamb's garden. But actually, he didn't inform his mother where he was, and so he was supposed to go to his house and inform, and then he would come back. Then he excused himself as he had to see to the bees. Daddy wanted to know if he knew the names of the people who came to his garden. Mr. Lamb said that they were Tom, Dick, and Harry. And when Daddy said that he didn't know anyone, so he said that what was there in name? Daddy was angry with Mr. Lamb, but he promised that he would come back. Daddy went to his house, told his mother about Mr. Lamb. His mother warned him and forbade him to go to his house. Daddy said that he wanted to be with Mr. Lamb and hear him talking and the bees singing. His mother told him not to leave the house, so Daddy told her that he hated it there. Mother said that he didn't know what he was saying, so she forgave him. Daddy said that it had not got anything to do with his face and what he looked like. It was what he thought and felt and what he wanted to see, to find out and hear that was important. So he was going to Mr. Lamb's house to help him with the crab apples. He argued with his mother and then he left the house and he went to Mr. Lamb. When he reached Mr. Lamb's garden, he found that he had fallen from the ladder and had died. Daddy was heartbroken and he wept over Mr. Lamb and told him that he had come back. So you can see the bond between both. After talking for a long time and knowing each other's disabilities, both of them became friends. And Daddy wanted to come back to Mr. Lamb after informing his mother. So he went to his mother, got the permission, though his mother warned him not to go to Mr. Lamb's garden. Yet he argued with his mother and he came back to meet Mr. Lamb. But when he reached there, Mr. Lamb had fallen from the ladder and had died. And Daddy, his heart was broken and he kept on weeping for the long time over Mr. Lamb's dead body. So here we end with this lesson, children. We'll be meeting in the next lesson with the next lesson of the supplementary reader. Till then, goodbye.